The three best matches of the night are as follows. Big Time Bex and Lyra. For most of the match, in my opinion, it was mostly Becky that was in control, even stomping down on Lyra while she was zip tied. She actually had Lyra's hands zip tied, as you can see in this image. She hit her with multiple objects, chairs, toolboxes, kendo sticks, and even a wrench, which seemed pretty fake. But anyway, it's a show, whatever. She put Lyra's head in a chair and actually stomped Lyra's head while she was still in the chair. That was kind of crazy. And she was getting ready to follow up with a crowbar to the ribs. But that's when Bayley came. And her and Bayley started brawling it out all the way across the ring. And this was actually kind of funny. Bayley was getting ready to charge towards Becky Lynch. Becky dodged out the way. And Bayley fell all the way over the barricade, which was pretty funny. Becky Lynch was using the table as leverage to try to make her way back to her feet. And Lyra out of nowhere crashes sideways, like at an angle through the table, laying them both out for a minute or so. So there was some extreme moments in the match. But at the end, Bayley wrapped a steel chain around her fist and was trying to punch Becky Lynch in the face. Becky dodged it and ran out of the way, and she accidentally knocked out Lyra. Yes, Bayley accidentally punched Lyra in the face with a steel chain. Becky Lynch followed up with the manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. This is without a doubt going to cause even more problems between Bayley and Lyra. But, yeah. Jacob Fatu versus Solo Sikoa, steel cage. In the middle of the match, of course, Solo's buddies came. They climbed the top of the cage and they handcuffed Jacob Fatu to the top of the cage. Jacob Fatu, after a few minutes, was able to break the handcuffs. Solo was trying to get his way out of there while he could, not knowing that Jacob had already broke the handcuffs. He chased down Solo and started pulling him back in the ring. Tama Tonga slams the cage closed, knocking them in the head. Jacob Fatu falls back. Solo just falls out of the cage, retaining the title. But then Jimmy Uso came and grabbed a couple of Solo's buddies and tossed them in the ring and locked the cage so Jacob Fatu could finish him off. Jacob Fatu climbed to the top, did a massive backflip, landing on both Tongaloa and JC Mateo, and that was pretty much it for that. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. The match had a lot of high action moments, like when John Cena hit an AA from the first announce table all the way over to the second announce table. And there was some other moments in there as well. And we're actually going to talk about them now. Like when they actually went behind, like underneath the stage. They went underneath the stage and came back up through the top. John Cena had him on his shoulders and hit a devastating AA on the hardcore ground, probably knocking the wind out of Cody Rhodes. And that's probably just the fourth or fifth AA right there, no joke. And then Cody Rhodes, we have to talk about this. He untied the rope, like that, the post. He untied the rope. He untied the rope and was actually wrapping it around John Cena. And not only that, you know the little turnbuckle piece with the metal? He was using that to hit John Cena in the face. Like, of all things that you could have used, you unscrewed the turnbuckle and used that? That's almost as bad as when John Cena turned heel and used Cody Rhodes' watch and punched him in the face with that. It's almost as bad as that. Anyway, that was not the end of the lows for Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes went even lower by going for the title belt. It's like I don't know what else to do. He goes for the title belt like he's gonna hit him in the face. The real fans wouldn't want him to win that way. But anyway, he started running up towards John Cena with the title belt. Cena scooped him up. Attitude adjustment down on the ground. And a second attitude adjustment. And John Cena picked up the title belt for a second like he was going to use it. And he was like, nope. Showing that he is, in fact, a good guy, like we talked about in my last video. and then went up to the top, hit another AA all the way up there, but it was not enough to keep Cody Rhodes down. You know what else was not enough to keep someone down? Who has kicked out of 3 crossroads? Nobody, right? But Cody Rhodes hit his 3 crossroads. That's the third one. 1, 2, but it was not enough to keep John Cena down. Though after a little while, Cody Rhodes was able to hit a crossroads a little later in the match and become the new WWE champion. And John Cena actually showed him that respect. John Cena showed him that respect that he deserves. And then after that, John Cena was left in the ring. The fans were cheering him on. Everything was happy. And then all of a sudden, down, down, down. Yes, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has returned to WWE. He comes down there. He stares John Cena down. He gets in the ring, scoops Cena up. F5 down on the ground. And now John Cena has Brock Lesnar to deal with. Man, pretty cool show, man. Pretty cool. Pretty cool show. My first video was about a Brock Lesnar return, and 571 subscribers later, we're talking about the same thing just happening just 4 years later. That is funny. But that's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.